So let's start with studying the viral morphology. Viral morphology. What is morphology? What you can see, observe. Okay, what you observe is called as the morphology. Externally, whatever you are observing is called as the morphology. As I said that it is very small in size, so you cannot see on the normal microscope. Okay, the light microscope becomes non-functional when it comes to the virus. So in order to see the virus, you have to use which microscope? Electron microscope. Which microscope? Electron microscope. Fine. So electron microscope is employed commonly to see the virus. Now, virus is having a very simple organization, a body organization, you can say, very simple body organizations, or it is like it is not having any organization. It is not having any organization. As a human, what we have हमारे पास पहले बायोमोलिक्यूल्स होते हैं, like carbohydrate, fat, protein, vitamins and all this stuff. ये aggregate करके क्या बनाते हैं? आपस में जुड़ के ये क्या बनाते हैं? एटम्स बनाते हैं. ओके, ये एटम्स आगे जाके क्या बनाते हैं? सेल बनाते हैं. ठीक है, ये सेल से टिश्यू बनता है, टिश्यू से ऑर्गन बनता है, ऑर्गन से ऑर्गन सिस्टम बनता है. डोंट मेक नॉइज प्लीज. So this is like a organization. No, this is like a organization. From biomolecules we have the atoms, then we have the cell, we have the tissue, then what we have is the organ, and we have the organ system which makes the humans. It's a complex mechanism. Bacteria पे यहाँ तक आके रुक जाता है, cell तक आके रुक जाता है. Okay, they won't have any tissue like organization. No, but the thing is in the virus नहीं cell है उसके पास, नहीं atom है, कुछ नहीं है. So we can say either they have the very less body organization or no body organization. Clear? Okay. Okay. Yes? हाँ, cell नहीं है bro. यही तो problem है. That's why if it is possess the cell, no, we can say that it is truly living. Talk with me. Don't talk with your friends. If it is possessing a cell, we can proudly say that viruses is a living entity. But the thing is, it won't have the cell. It won't have the cell. So we cannot label it as a living organism. Fine. Coming to the structure. Structure-wise, viruses have very few things. Very few things. The first thing is, viruses is having the viral genome. What is? Viral genome. Now, this viral genome is a main infectious thing. It is a main infectious thing. Okay? This viral genome, it basically goes inside our cell, okay, and it directs our nucleus to work for the virus, Got the point? No problem. Now, this structure you are seeing, yellow color structure, this is called as the capsid. This is called as the capsid. Capsid. Now, this capsid is basically made up of from the protein. And the thing is, this capsid basically protecting the viral genome. And together, this one, a viral genome, as well as this capsid, they are called as the nucleocapsid. They are called as the nucleocapsid. So you can write it as this both is called as the nucleocapsid. Got it? You came across in the textbook sometime directly labeled as a nucleocapsid. Okay, and this one is called as the genome, viral genome, and this is called as the capsid. The thing is, viral genome is either having RNA or DNA. Cannot both. As a human, we possess DNA as well as the RNA. Bacteria do have the DNA as well as the RNA. But if it comes to the virus, it's only either have the DNA or RNA, never both. Never. It can be asked in your MCQ, so just please keep in your mind is that either viruses is a DNA virus or RNA virus, never both. Never both. Fine. So we have the two classification in the virus. On the basis of their genetic material, we have the two classification. One classification lies with the DNA virus. Another is the RNA virus. Clear? So this viral genome is either having the, yes, DNA or RNA. Got it? And you know that the DNA is having the small genes, and these genes is having the information for their proper functions. DNA के ऊपर जीन पाया जाता है और यही जीन क्या है तो मास्टर माइंड थिंग है, यही मैसेज बनाता है, बोलता है. देयर इज अ वेरी कॉम्प्लेक्स मैकेनिज्म, वी विल स्टडी इन द जेनेटिक्स, बट फॉर अ व्हाइल यू जस्ट अंडरस्टैंड कि डीएनए के ऊपर जीन्स प्रेजेंट होता है और ये जीन के पास मैसेज होता है कि इस तरह का प्रोटीन बनाना है, तुमको ये काम करना है, इस तरह का ये काम करना है, वो काम करना है. Getting the points? Fine. So main thing is that, and again, this is called as the capsid. The capsid is made up of from the capsomer. These are the small, you can say, protein structure which is basically forming the capsid. You can say the layer around the genetic material, the viral genome. Okay? No problem. This is called as the capsomer. This is called as the capsomer. Okay, cool down. Now, what you are seeing this, okay, this is called as the viral tegmentum. This is called as the, this structure. This is called as the viral tegmentum. Where should I write? Here I will write. It is called as the viral tegmentum. Okay, viral tegmentum. Then we, as you are seeing here, it is a double layer structure. Okay, double layer structure. This is called as the envelope. This is called as the envelope. But the scene is that sometimes some viruses is having the envelope and some viruses is not having the envelope. Means कुछ viruses होते हैं जिसके ऊपर में एक परत होता है लिपिड का, लिपिड bilayer. See, these are the two layers, one and one, two layers, and it is made up of from the lipid. So it is called as the lipid bilayer. Okay, and this is the envelope. This is the envelope, and it is made up of from the lipid bilayer. It is made up of from the lipid bilayer. But the things you have to keep in your mind is that some bacteria have this lipid bilayer, or you can say envelope, and some viruses do not have. It means again we have the two classification. Viruses which is possessing this bilayer is called as enveloped virus. Is called as enveloped virus, and viruses who do not possess this lipid bilayer, that is called as the non-enveloped virus. That is called as the non-enveloped virus. Clear? Yes. Now, what you are seeing, this is a spike. Okay, this is basically a glycoprotein spike. This is the, yes, glycoprotein spike. Okay, this is made up from glucose and protein, glycoprotein spike. Clear? And this is called as the enveloped protein. This is called as the enveloped protein. And it is made up from the glycoprotein spike. Clear? Yes? Okay, let's summarize once again what we have studied in the viral structure. This is basically a typical viral structure, and the thing you have to remember is the main infectious thing is the viral genome, which may be either DNA or RNA, never both. Never both. Fine. Then this genetic material, it is very delicate structures. Okay, it's a very delicate structure. So जो हम लोगों का बहुत मासूम चीज होता है उसे हम प्रोटेक्ट करके रखते हैं. Yes, taking about your what is called as mobile phone. You are putting the glass over your phone, giving the case. Okay, why? Because it's a delicate structure. If it will एक बार गिरेगा then वो खराब हो सकता है. Viruses also do follow these things. तो उसके पास जेनेटिक मटेरियल होता है और उसका मेन पार्ट है वही है जिसके कारण उसे हम लोग थोड़ा सा वैल्यू भी देते हैं, नहीं तो लात मार के ऐसे ही भगा देंगे, तुम किसी काम का ही नहीं है. यस, जो काम का नहीं होता उसे हम अपने पास रखते हैं क्या? यस, नाखून पहले हम लोग के लिए बहुत जरूरी था. योर नील इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट व्हेन यू आर इन अ प्रिमिटिव एज. ओके, उस टाइम में तुम्हारे पास यही एक हथियार था. अभी तुम्हारे पास न्यूक्लियर वेपन्स है जिसको तुम जैसे ही बढ़ता है तुम इसे काट देते हो. Isn't it? You are using your nail? No. Previously, the nail is your weapon. Nail is your nail was your weapon. So तुम इसे क्या करते थे? इसे use करते थे for protecting yourself. But nowadays there are so many things which you invented for your protection point of view. So you are easily discarding your nails. But again it is coming. Again it's coming. It's basically तुम्हें ये याद दिलाता है कि तुम वही आदमी हो. तुम वही आदमी हो हजारों साल पुराना. Getting the point? So here the thing is कि इसके लिए ये वायरस के लिए इसका जेनेटिक मटेरियल इंपॉर्टेंट है. So ये अपने ऊपर एक बेसिकली एक कवरिंग को क्या करता है तो बनाता है. And that is basically protecting, and that this is called as the capsid made up of from the capsomer. बहुत सारा capsomer जुड़ के एक लेयर बना रहे हैं जिसे हम लोग capsid बोलते हैं. And this capsid is basically protecting the viral genome. Then beside this there is a viral tegmentum. Viral tegmentum, it is like a non-membranous structure in the virus. Fine. Then viruses is having a either having or not having. If it is having, it is called as the enveloped virus. So viruses is having the envelope which is made up of from the bilayer of lipid. Made up from the lipid bilayer. So if it is present, it is called as the enveloped virus. Not present, non-enveloped virus. Okay. What else? Yeah, capsid and viral genome together, they are called as the nucleocapsid. Clear? Yes. Fine. Okay, now let's move ahead and discuss about how. First we will discuss the classification, then we will discuss about how virus will replicate. But wait. See, why it is not called as a cell? Because anything you are seeing, any cytoplasm, no. Any ribosome, which is basically a factory of protein, no. Any mitochondria, which is basically energy source, no. Then what is there? Only the genetic material. But my friends, it is having only the genetic material, but it is the topmost disease-causing organism. You can see in your common cold, the rhinovirus is a causative agent for your common cold. जो तुम्हें छींक आता है, नॉर्मल सर्दी 3-4 दिन के लिए आता है उसमें. And you see there, you can say the bigger form, that is in the form of HIV. So it can be a endemic, एक रीजन में ही फैलेगा, और it can be a pandemic, पूरे संसार को अपने लपेट में ले लेगा. Entire world it can affect, and your example is the coronavirus. Yes? Clear? Yes. Fine. Now let's move ahead and discuss about the classification of virus. You have any question? Any doubt? Yes? Any question? Last bench? Any question? No?